Let's draw the Lewis structure for ethyne, C2H2. The total valence electrons are 10. These electrons come from 4 valence electrons for each carbon atom and 1 valence electron from each hydrogen atom. Ethyne does not have one central atom. Like we've seen in earlier videos, ethyne has a short 2-carbon chain. So we'll draw the 2 carbon atoms and the connection between them. The connection here is a covalent bond or a shared pair of electrons. Of the 10 valence electrons, we've used 2 for this connection, this covalent bond. So there are 8 valence electrons remaining. Next, we'll add the hydrogen atoms to the outside of the chain. Recall, hydrogen atoms can only form one covalent bond. Therefore, hydrogen atoms can only be on the outside of the chain. Like we saw with Ethyne, we'll evenly distribute the hydrogen atoms. In chemistry, symmetry is generally most stable. Asymmetry will generally result in formal charges, and there are 0 formal charges in ethyne. We'll draw the connections, and we can check our valence electrons. There's 2 electrons here. Here's another 2. That means there are 4 valence electrons used, and that gives us 4 valence electrons remaining. Interestingly, each carbon atom only has 4 valence electrons, and carbon atoms are most stable when they follow the octet rule. So of the 4 valence electrons remaining, I'll draw the final 2 pairs on one carbon atom. And notice that there are 0 valence electrons remaining. As we saw for the rules on drawing Lewis structures, we can move valence electrons or lone pairs of electrons between atoms if we need to satisfy the octet rule, and you'll see that we have to do that twice here. This carbon atom only has 4 valence electrons, so we'll have to move these 2 pairs over and redraw the carbon-carbon connection with a triple bond. There are 3 shared pairs of electrons between the carbon atoms. Each carbon atom has 4 bonds, or 8 valence electrons, which satisfies the octet rule, and each hydrogen has a pair of electrons, which satisfies the duet rule. This is the Lewis structure for ethyne.